everybody, Shel Brodnax here with another episode of Stager Talk, and we've got Andress Eichstadt on board with Staging Studio. How are you?
Hey, good. So excited to be here.
I know, me too. We have got so much going on with RESA. We had so many great submissions this year that we actually added on a fourth spot to our sessions. Normally, we only run 3 at a time. And then we saw your presentation, what you had submitted. We want to do a bonus session on this. So your topic is called Market Yourself So Pricing Doesn't Matter. So let's talk about this. It's all things marketing. Definitely, I think the better, just from the title alone, the better you market yourself, pricing just doesn't matter. So let's talk about it.
I know. Well, we get asked all the time about pricing. It's a sticky issue for stagers. And what can you charge that will win you bids, but what can you charge that you're still going to be really profitable? At Staging Studio, we're one of the training providers at RESA. We really have a great resource on pricing. It's called our Pricing Lab. And it walks you step by step how to find the exact right price for your business. It's got tons of formulas and worksheets and all of that. It's great. But I want to talk about how we can price, how we can be competitive so that whatever we ask, whatever we want to charge is not really the thing. I don't want stagers to be competing on price. Right. If we do that, we're all going to run ourselves out of business, right? It's just not sustainable to keep your business prices so low. So instead, let's compete on value. And stagers that invest in their education, that really know their stuff, that come to events like RESACon, that have ongoing coaching, like the coaching we offer through our crew program, that is all what is going to set you apart. And our workshop at RESA, it's going to be so fun. I love that we get to kick off RESACon. But it's going to be a hands-on workshop. Something we love is hands-on learning. And what we're going to teach is, again, how to market yourself so pricing doesn't matter. We're going to do 3 things. We're going to craft your elevator pitch with up-to-date marketing messages. We're going to talk about what's happening right now in the real estate market and what the exact words are that we should be using in our marketing pitches. We're going to level up your website. And we're going to learn how to collect and share your stats. So the goal is to be able to charge your worth. So the elevator pitch, we're going to tell the story of why clients need staging and why you're the best company to get the results that you're looking for. And as far as the website workshop, we're going to really talk about easy to do quick tweaks to your website that's going to level up your SEO, your search engine optimization, and just help get you in front of the clients that are looking to hire you. And then the third thing is we're going to talk about collecting your company's stats. So I know RESA does a really great job of putting together industry-wide stats, but when you can talk about what your specific company has done in your city, it's phenomenal. So we're going to talk about those 3 things, and I'm so excited about being a part of RESACon again and sharing all of these things with our industry and our community.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of these things real quick. So number 1, the stats. Could not agree more. We do our best to release stats, but here's the bottom line. I can't release the stats unless y'all are collecting the stats.
Oh, that's true.
So it's one of those things where you've got these great influencers like Andress, who's going to teach you about the importance of collecting your own stats. And when you do that, then you'll easily be able to answer the questions when we send out our surveys. Because eventually, you think about this, NAR is huge. Look at all the billions of real estate agents that are out there. Of course, I'm using hyperbole, but there's over 1 million of them out there, and when and everything's done through their technology, through the MLS. So it's very easy for them to get their stats and drill them down to not only the state level, but just the geography, small geography, your neck of the woods level. I would love, my dream would be to be able to collect so many stats from people that I could get those micro stats in certain areas. San Francisco Bay Area, boom. I mean, well, even that, there's so many micro geographies in that area, but just to be able to say Dallas, Texas, in that area, this is what's happening, but it requires a village, and y'all got to keep your stats. It's so very important.
We had one of the largest luxury real estate brokerages, their head of marketing came and met with me about 2 weeks ago. And I shared with him the stat that in 2022, the average days on market in San Antonio and the surrounding area where Staging Studio is based was like, I can't remember our own stats. Anyway, ours were 31 days faster. Our houses sold 31 days faster. I can't remember what the numbers were but the difference was 31 days in 2022. Incredible. And that's, houses above $499 and within our county. And when he saw that, it was like, wait, what? Why is everybody not using you? It was just incredible. I was able to share that on average, our homes sold for 2.4% more than unstaged houses in San Antonio. So when you're able to give that kind of information to agents, to put it on flyers, all of that kind of thing, it's really, really powerful. And we can, all of us should be able to say staging homes sell 88% faster and for 10% more, 20% more. I should have that.
We'd love to be able to strive for that.
It should roll off my tongue, but wouldn't it be great if you're able to say, in general, this is what staging does, but our company does this. So I'm excited about hanging out with everybody in July.
Yes. So that's the thing with the stats, if I can jump in here, is that use the national stats. Everything's used as a comp. You're comparing everything to everything. I do not care when we release the stats, and they will be good stats. If your local stats are better, please use our stats. Please use them. That's what they're there for. It's literally a gift from you, from the real estate staging industry, to be able to say the national stats are X, but ours are this, and to be able to use that data. In addition, it's like all these subject matters kind of click together, because if you want to market yourself so pricing doesn't matter, one of the tools you need is the stats to do exactly what Andress just said. The proof is in the pudding. Barbara Corcoran said that to me back in 2015 when I interviewed her. And here's the thing. It used to be so much about the houses being pretty. It's not about that. It hasn't been that for a few years now. It's cold, hard data. And when you have statistical data to be able to show somebody, listen, our company does, 31 days faster that they're being sold, and they sell for 2.4% over list price. That means your staging was free and you made a profit. So everything works much better.
We calculated it to be an 888% return on investment.
It's crazy. So you have those wonderful, wonderful numbers. That's what you lead with your marketing with. And then when you're working on your website, let's jump into that for right now, because websites are my peeve. They are my peeve, my pet peeve. I look at so many stagers' websites, and the first thing I do is I check their source code for keywords and keyword phrases, all the meta properties. Never there. So those have to be beefed up, but the aesthetics of way your website looks, I've been in this industry now for 21 years. And back in the day, they didn't even have WordPress back then. WordPress was not a thing, but soon after, people started to do their websites on their own, or GoDaddy, Go Tonight, or whatever their stuff was. And you could tell a hobbyist did it. A 14-year-old would have done a better job because they're just more inclined with things. But now the industry, the standards have so evolved that your website has got to be your calling card and your brand. And you have to be able to stand behind it with your policies and your procedures and your confidence. And if you don't have a great looking website aesthetically with the right marketing messages and right words on it, you're sunk, right?
Yeah. I think staging websites don't have to be complicated. They can be
Right.
one page. They just need to, wow clients and get them to call you for a bid. That's all that needs to happen. And it needs to tell Google, hey, if somebody searches home stager in Denver and I'm the Denver stager, I need to be at the top of the list. Yeah. So, there are very small things that stagers can do to really level up their marketability, their value to clients. And so they're not competing again on price.
Yep, absolutely. And one thing I loved about when you talked about the elevator pitch, I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody please teach everybody to say something other than I'm a home stager and I make real estate agents look like rock stars. It's like,
that's not bad.
It's not bad, but back in the day, it was like, hey, it's a one-liner and then you're literally in an elevator, you got 30 seconds, slam them with it. However, I'm definitely a believer in more of a conversation pitch.
Yeah.
That's not just always a one-liner, but definitely to up-level it, to be able just to have a nice conversation with somebody, very short, to be able to get your points across.
Yeah, I think we probably need to find a better word for elevator pitch as a marketing industry for sure, because not many of us want to get in elevators anymore.
Right.
But I think that it's not about, being able to talk like, you're an auctioneer and just get it all out there. It's about really sharing what you do and how you're going to help them. And we're going to dig deeper in that. Yeah.
It seems like this year we definitely have a theme going with help. And I think also a lot of stagers, sometimes you've got to get back to your why, why do we all do what we do? And I know from speaking to you in the past and knowing the team at Staging Studio and knowing the team at HQ and a lot of the providers in the industry, the resource providers, all of us we have lots of things in common, but one really common thread is the core of who we are. We wake up to serve others.
Yeah.
We all do. We all really do. And when stagers, what I have found in my experience is that the stagers who wake up with that same core heart of their why of my job is here to really get people onto the next step phase of their life and to get the most equity out of their property that they can. And it's really coming from their heart. So much success comes to these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And clients respond to help. Everybody likes to be helped.
Yes. I love that you recognize that, us as training providers, you guys, our why is helping home stagers build profitable businesses. That has been the most incredible thing to watch these stagers really build generational wealth in their families. And and businesses that provide jobs. Our business provides over 25 jobs. I love that. And even these solopreneurs that aren't planning on ever hiring anybody, they are providing a job for themselves, and they're having this incredible independence and freedom that is just really beautiful, and what drives us. That is why we work so hard and have so many resources and are so available.
Yep, absolutely. I could not agree more. It's a great industry. It really is a good industry to be in.
It is.
This is one of those days I'm feeling a little sentimental. I'm not sure why, but I think every time I say 21 years in the industry, I go, that's a long time. But I've kind of I've seen it from just the fledgling, we weren't even an industry before RESA. We were, a training provider taught this, another training provider taught that. There was no Facebook. There, was other social platform where people started to mix together. And then slowly, as more and more resources became available and RESA pulling it all together, it's like, wow, we got an industry now. We're all working together. We're all doing our own things, but still working together. And like I said, I think all of us come from a really good place. So I'm super excited for your session, because I think I could not agree more with the content of what you're going to teach. It is so imperative to compete on value and not on price, and just
Yeah.
raise the bar and raise the standards.
Yeah.
Or so tell everybody, what is new on your horizon for Staging Studio? What's going on with y'all?
Yeah. Well, so we have been doing this really fun crew coaching program. So crew is kind of a fancy wine term for a place for growth. And so we have created this ongoing support. We just had our second call of the month this morning, and it's created specifically for home stagers that have kind of been through our foundational online training. Most of them have come to our hands-on masterclass in San Antonio. So they really have a great starting point. They're, not newbies, but they are needing that ongoing hand-holding and cheerleading. And so we have been just having so much fun with that. Our doors have been closed to that program, and we have just recently opened them up. So I know that there have been a lot of people on our waiting list for that. We just opened our doors back up, and we will have them open again, hopefully during RESACon. But yeah, that's kind of our new thing. Is we wanted to have not just that support from the beginning of your business. We help you get your business set up and all of the financial stuff right, and teach you how to design stages and all of that. But we saw this need for ongoing support as stagers, are 1, 2, 3 years in. That's kind of where we saw a little bit of a gap, and that group has just been such a phenomenal community. We've, shared with each other, and each month we kind of take a different topic. Last month was cash flow. I know that's a big problem for a lot of stagers, or, in the times that you're growing and busy are actually the times that you're the least profitable often. So, cash flow issues are really a struggle for a lot of stagers. This month we talked about communicating with clients. Right now, real estate agents are stressed out. They are really having a hard time. And so we did some real work on, walking into an occupied consultation and thinking through all of those things when a client is super stressed, and really, really working through the steps of an occupied consultation when when either the client, the agent, or the seller is just at their wits' end. So, but we have so many great topics lined up for the rest of the year, and it's just been a really fun program to be a part of.
Awesome. I love it. It sounds amazing. I love it when people can kind of come together and just problem solving.
There's so many great coaching programs out there. That's kind of right now, if you're an entrepreneur that you recognize having a business coach, we have a business coach. It's just a really important part of your growth. And we saw there was not a business coach that just focused on stagers. And so we have had a great time filling that gap. So
yeah, awesome. All righty. Well, it is at the end of our time. So everybody, if you are on the fence, I say this every year, if you are on the fence about going to RESACon, jump off and run to your computer. Do not walk.
To RESACon. Yes.
Clack, clack, get your ticket today, because you're not going to want to miss it. And again, we're, instead of running 3 sessions at a time, we're running 4 at a time. You can only see 1 at a time. So if you want the recordings, those are available for an add-on for only $99. And,
that's so valuable.
and you can, I know, right? And you can think when you break it down with that, how many speakers we have. Plus we have 3 keynote speakers this year. Everybody, if you haven't seen the website, David Averin is back for his 3rd time, Terry Watson back for his 3rd time, and Michelle Villalobos. Love her. Love this woman. If you guys do business with her, she's going to do a great session. She's amazing. So there's a lot to offer for that. So you definitely will want to get the recording so you can check out any other subject matter once you get home. I think there's like 6 months to watch them. So check it out, resaconvention.com. And you will be able to catch Andress's bonus session. That session is only $99 and it is on the 29th of July. So check out the website for that. So when you register for RESACon, you just clickety-clack-clack and add that class on to what you're doing so you can get live right in front of her. She's going to change your world. Andress, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you.
It was so good to see you, Shell. I'll see you soon. And
I will see you soon. For everybody else, happy staging.